Welcome back to Stasis, Geek. I class myself as a bit of a Star Wars fan. Now, if somebody from Disney or Lucasfilm came to me and said, okay, we're going to give you your shot. You're going to write a Star Wars episode. We're only going to give you one. But what you have to do is give up all your collectibles, all your comics, everything. My answer would be yes, because I love that franchise. I can see how you could develop it to make it great. Yeah, I think most of us would have a good eye understanding of like what we could do to move that franchise forward. So if you gave one episode of whatever it is, I think everybody who's a proper hardcore Star Wars fan would do quite well. Then we get Guns for Hire, The Mandalorian, Chapter 22. And it's not that this is just cringeworthy. It's they signed it off. Now, they've stopped the reviews on IMDb. Every other one, you can do a written user review. Except for this episode. Except for, if you look at then the data, there was 944 people gave it 10 out of 10. The rest, maybe not be true. But this episode is cringe. It diminishes everything about Star Wars and brings it down to a level that is diabolical. But I said the worst thing, they signed this off. Kathleen Kennedy has gave this the green light. Yeah, I don't care about the executive producers or other producers. That's a green light. Because there's only 8 episodes. This is their golden child. This is the only show that people kind of vaguely care about. We know the numbers are dipped because season 3 is boring. There are good snippets in it, but the rest of it, there is no storyline. We kind of get Moff Gideon's probably going to come back at the end. Oh, do that in episode 3. Now, what happens going forward? Star Wars. Ahsoka next. Yeah. They are signing off that rubbish. That means they could destroy Ahsoka. They could destroy other characters. They could de-aging Luke could be destroyed even more than Rian Johnson did in The Last Jedi. Now, this isn't Last Jedi bad. This is a different kind of bad. Because The Last Jedi went into a way to destroy a character in a franchise and stop it in its tracks. This just was awful. It didn't do anything. At least The Last Jedi destroyed Luke and went on. You might argue that point. This was what? It wasn't for marketing because they rubbed Grogu's head and made him go, oh, he's so cute. No. It was just there to do what? It didn't move the plot forward. It just gave us informations in a plot to get holes in something that didn't need to be done. But it is awful that, what, you're going to write 8 episodes. And this was one of the good ones? Yeah, you would think if you have that story group who are awful, absolutely dreadful, but you would think they were going to write 14 episodes. We need to do 8. Can everybody write 14? Or 2 each. Let's go for 16. And then they go, no, that's rubbish, that won't fit, that won't blah, 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 blah. Then this was the green light one? This is the best? This is awful. Because you're going to have your whiteboard and you've got your end and your beginning. Yeah, your beginning and your end, sorry. But this fit in there. And they went, that's good. That's going to solve the problems of the Darksaber. What a load of rubbish. This was it. You watch it and it's not even the actors are just going, oh, why am I here? You can tell by the camera angles, the shots, the pan outs, the pan ins, how they zoom transitions from the other things. Nobody cared. The director didn't care. The editing didn't care. You know, the music kind of just was plonged in there. It just, nobody gave a toss. So going forward, when they get bored, this is going to happen. Now, maybe we're reading into something. Maybe it's Kathleen Kennedy's going, you don't like me, I'm going to F everything up before I go. And then you're screwed because it's canon. Because we don't have any source material for Star Wars. So everything is canon. But this shouldn't even have been put on screen. It's filmed it and went, this doesn't work. But they didn't. They went, we need to reshoot this. They went, no, this is good enough for you, for the plebs. Because they don't understand Star Wars. They don't understand production. They don't understand storylines. They don't understand George Lucas. We do. It's our Star Wars and we can ruin it as the best we can. Because The Mandalorian was their only hope. Yeah? Because it was the only one with the number viewings. And they got to a point now where anybody who was like, hanging on as going, what, there's only 2 more episodes, it's going to be Moff Gideon. Pointless. And then what are you going to get for season 4? Season 4 is going to be then again season 2. It's weird. Like, this season has been so disjointed, it's bad for Star Wars. Bad for The Mandalorian, but bad for Star Wars. Because they're doing, and I've said it before, Star Wars is not Marvel. What they've done with the Marvel shows lately is weird. But you have to watch that thing to do that thing, and that thing to that thing. Where Star Wars is its own separate element. Yeah? You can have your own separate storyline because it's in a galaxy far, far away. There are multiple planets. But they don't. They love to merge it all now. This... a lot of people were confused because they didn't watch Book of Boba Fett. Out. What's going on? I'm out. Lost the viewership. Lost the viewership. Lost the viewership. And where is this going? Yeah, it's going to only lead one way. And it's going to lead for this being cancelled. Well, we haven't got an actor. We've got, if you look at it, it's called The Stand-In Mandalorian now. The actors have been credited that way. So, wow. It is just bad. Now, we get hurt as a Star Wars fan because every episode, and I do this, every episode, and I did it with the Bad Batch, and I did it with Andor, and I did it with Kenobi. The next episode is going to fix it. The next episode is going to fix it. It's going to be explained. It's got to be to the point where if you're going to watch this, don't give your money to Disney Plus, because there's got to be a point where us as fans go, we're checking. Now, we are, I want to say checking out. We have checked out because we've kind of killed Hasbro because nobody's buying the toys. Because what's the point? You're not invested in the characters anymore. The Mandalorian, what's going on with the Mandalorian? They could have made it about Mandalorians and you could have had every set of Mandalorians and that would have been cool. Have that band and make them a bounty hunters. But no, they just went, let's do this side character offshoot story that we're not getting make sense of, but we'll get there. Oh, Moff Gideon's back. Yeah, okay, what's going on with Grogu? Well, he shouldn't have been there. It was one of the executives said we need to bring him back because it didn't make sense not to have him in the show because then we don't have a marketing tool. What about the Mandalorians? That's not cute enough. You know, it's Disney ruining Star Wars because they're trying to get it sold to us. And we're not buying it because we're more capable of writing Star Wars than that writer's group and then the executives who are going, sign that off. Now, this episode, go to the end of the episode and then look at all the ends. We have all the artwork. Yeah, the concept art. Look at all the concept art up to this episode. It looks really well done. I'm guessing Doug Chang has got a lot of work onto that. But this episode, it looks half done. There are concept arts in there that don't look, you know, stylized like the other concept art. So did they just like the look of the planet and then go, oh, add these bit to it and then we've got a story? We want to do that planet because it looks cool. It's just mind-bogglingly badly out there. You cannot explain how this is going to make a good episode. A good coming up to the last 2. This should have been a grip. Like, oh, that's going to happen. to make you invest to watch the last two, to get those numbers up. You've just made everybody go, see ya. Yeah, tell me about it afterwards. Now, this episode, you can skip every 5 minutes, guaranteed, and you wouldn't miss a thing. Because it's that bad, you don't need to know about it. You just know, oh, that's happening, that's happening. Oh, droids, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's off. Yeah, oh, Saber. Yeah, okay, you just fixed that problem because you couldn't figure it out. How do we fix it? Oh, he just gives it to her. You know, that's it. Why? Oh, that one-eyed kind of droidy alien thing, half humanoid, whatever, in episode 3 kind of defeated him. So that's how it happened. Oh, technicality, win. You cannot write this bad and keep your job. If you keep losing viewership and interest and money in merchandise, what are you doing? Now, I'm not having, oh yeah, but the world's moved on and people don't buy toys and action figures, because the hardcore ones will. We'll spend our money if it's good. If we love it, we will come back. We will buy everything. But now you're like, what was that? What was that? Now, I'm not going to blame, you know, the celebrities being in it. And Jet Black is an actor, or Lizzo. I don't know her work. Apparently she's a music artist. But you can't blame them for coming into something they probably wanted to be in. Do you want to be in Star Wars? Do you want to be in the Oh, yes, please. Here's your script. I will try my best. But that is bad. Oh, we're just going to make a Jet Black character. You know, everybody likes that. Does it go with the story? Who cares? He's in the show now. Yeah, it's just bad. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't grip you. And the normies are out. But for going forward, it is a problem with everything because they signed it off. That means they think they can, that's good. That means what they can do with the other shows, you know, what we got, I think it is the Ahsoka show next, what they could do with that. Sod it. We have 8 episodes, 6 of them can be crap. Because they're going to, we got idiots watching this. And that's what we have to be. You know, they must be sitting there going, oh, anybody like Star Wars these days is a proper idiot. Yeah, because they just consume it. Consume Grogu. You know, they don't care about storylines. They just want to see fast ships, a couple of laser blasts, and people running around. Well, they don't even run around anymore. They kind of just gradually walk everywhere. And then have a sit down, have a conversation, get on a train. Yeah. So, it's kind of a spit in the face from Kathleen Kennedy. Yeah, because it's got to go with her. Because at the end of the day, they've watched this before we watched this. Now, if you got the front, whoa, stop, what is that? We're reshooting that episode. Who wrote that? Come here, smack, 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 do better. You know, how can you have Andor be written bad? Kenobi rewritten bad? Yeah? All these shows are constantly bad. You know, Book of Boba Fett, bad. You know, the actor saying, you know, oh, it shouldn't have taken his helmet. It needs to be that mystery. And bad. Then they're just going against it. And the numbers are just bad, 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 bad. And this group are still in their job. You know, who wrote that episode? That was terrible. You never write it again. Fired. Next one. What happened in that show? You wrote that? Out. Look at the numbers. Everybody hates it. All right, how many have we got left? We've got 3 people. Okay, you 3 can stay. We need another 10 people. No, what they do is like, you 12, or whatever it is, going to keep your jobs. Just keep writing the crap because we're displaying it and we're giving Star Wars to idiots. Yeah. We keep watching it, we're idiots. If we don't complain and we don't show our feelings towards this, we're idiots. We buy it into it, we're idiots. You know, go on the higher seas, do not do it on Disney Plus. Only way, if you want to watch it because you love Star Wars, yeah, and you want to be invested, but they need to do better. It's the only way you can do it, you know. Horrible to say, but it is the only way. It's like, do not buy the toys. Hurts Hasbro because they're up for sale, but it will show Disney. You know, stop giving them the money. Only way you can do it. If you're happy, invest. Give them the money. Yeah, get your shareholder. Yeah, be a shareholder. Get in there, get your thing, because they are doing well, aren't they? But yeah, little rant there, because that shouldn't be allowed. That episode, wow. It could just be cut. Yeah, could have just been cut, because the 2 bits about the Darksaber could have been the next episode, 2 minutes, because that only took 2 minutes to explain that. And on that note, how do you feel? After watching that episode, how do you feel? Not even how do you give me a comment, it's how do you feel? Now, even if you're the hardcore simp, you're there, you love everything Disney, that's hard to take. That has to be hard to take. If you're a defender, Disney defender, that has to be hard to take. Yeah. But yeah, give us a comment, give us your feelings, and give us a like if you want to like. As always, Stasis Geek out.